JQ with Tech Creation, what's going on guys? So now Sony has always made great headphones. In fact, I already own a couple pairs as we speak. So these are the Sony MDR 1000Xs. These are noise cancelling headphones, and these have been the talk of the town for a little while now. The question is though, are these pound for pound the best wireless over-ear headphones that you can grab? The answer to that is just as subjective as sound is. So let's dive right in. It's signature for Sony to include these stylish carrying cases with their cans. They never really slack in this area. They always do a great job. So you have these accents to match that gray beige color of the headphones. So I chose this color just to switch it up because, you know, sometimes black just becomes boring. And that was the only other color available. So if it was up to me, I would have preferred to have like a space gray kind of color going on, but I think this would do for now. The only downside with a color like this is keeping it visibly clean. You might want to keep a cleaning cloth nearby and just keep it away from clothing that may bleed color, like jeans for example. So you have this champagne colored adjustable band made out of plastic and this synthetic leather on the inner and outer portion of the ear cups, which has this satisfying curvature to it. It's comfortable to the touch and that comfort extends onto your head when fitted. My head is on the larger side, but it still fits more than good enough with plenty of room for further extension. Now you also notice that you get two microphones on both ear cups, and these are used for handling phone calls and for the two listening modes, which I'll touch on in just a second. So I do love the fact that we get built-in NFC on the left ear cup. I can't stress how convenient this is to have. It makes the Bluetooth pairing process seamless and you'll be up and ready in about 2 seconds flat. FYI, most Sony over-the-ear headphones come with NFC pairing. So now probably one of the biggest selling point of these headphones is integrated touch controls built right into the right ear cup. So swiping back and forth lets you skip through your tracks, previous and next. Swiping up and down, adjust the volume accordingly, but don't be partial with it as it requires a full swipe and it takes a second before it's actually ready for another adjustment. Or you can just swipe up or down and hold and it'll increase or decrease the volume gradually. Double tapping pauses your music. And lastly, placing your entire palm over it mutes your audio and it amplifies those microphones. This way you can carry on a conversation without having to take off the headphones. I think that is a genius idea and one that I found to be beyond practical for your day-to-day listening experience. Now the last gesture that I discovered by accident was by touching and holding the right ear cup. It actually will launch Google Assistant or Siri depending on what smartphone you have. Showtimes for Beauty and the Beast.
I found Beauty and the Beast playing today a bit far from you.
I can see how that'll play out well when you're out and about. You can ask for walking directions, ask for the weather, send a text message, place a phone call, etc, etc. Will it rain tonight?
No, rain is not expected tonight in New York City. The forecast is 50 degrees and mostly cloudy.
Now I didn't really use it that much from my time with these headphones, but you can always do it and that's always a good thing. So now taking a look at the bottom, we get 3 buttons. One for ambient sound mode, one for noise cancelling mode, and then one for your power. They also give you an auxiliary port along with the cable, so in the event these headphones happen to die on you while you're out and about, you can still enjoy your music, but keep in mind you won't be able to take advantage of ambient sound mode or noise cancelling mode because technically the headphones are still dead. You'll just be getting that analog feed from your smartphone into the headphones, so at least you'll still be able to enjoy your music. Now for charging, we get a micro USB charging port, and I was a little bummed out about that because I was just getting used to using one cable for all of my devices, USB Type-C. It's not the end of the world, it's a first world problem. So it's going to take around 4 hours to charge these from 0 to 100, so it might be one of those gadgets that you want to leave charging overnight just for your convenience. So now Sony says you can get around 20 hours of continuous listening. Now I have a life, so I wasn't going to sit around for 20 hours to see if that's true or not, and besides your experience is going to vary, everyone's situation is different. But what I can do is be realistic with you guys. So since I've taken these headphones out the box, I haven't even charged them yet. And I'm going on about a week of using these with an average of around 2 hours of daily use at high volume with a mixture between ambient sound and noise cancelling mode. Mostly noise cancelling mode though, and the battery level still remains at medium. I'm not sure if these shipped fully charged or partially charged, but I think that's a good representation of what you can expect with the Sony MDR 1000Xs. You can check the battery level just by tapping the power button one time while it's already on for it to voice back the battery level that's remaining. Alright, so let's talk about the 2 other biggest selling points, noise cancelling mode and ambient sound mode. Now if you're new to this, you can't use both of those modes at the same time for obvious reasons because they contradict each other, so it's an either or thing. So ambient sound mode uses those two microphones on both ear cups to allow noise from the outside world to come in and blend in with your music. The point of that is so you can pay attention to your surroundings while still enjoying your music. So pressing it once will put you in ambient normal mode, and this is tailored for like cars driving by, airplanes, horns, etc., and pressing it again will put you in ambient mode voice, and that's more catered for when people are talking to you, or if you have to listen to commuter announcements when you're on the train, and the occasional bird chirping will come in when you're listening to music. So basically ambient mode is similar to the effect you get when wearing open back headphones. I found that the optimal experience for ambient mode is to have your music maybe a little less than halfway, or maybe even at the halfway point. This way you can let all those noises from the outside world blend in with your music nicely. And for that, it worked well. I mean, I heard my train announcements, I heard cars approaching just fine. I guess it's okay for casual listening and awareness, but it's personally not for me. When I listen to music, I like to be immersed in my audio, and for that, you're definitely going to want to enable noise cancelling mode on these headphones. I find that noise cancelling does a phenomenal job at isolating damn near everything but your music. As if the ear cups themselves don't isolate the outside world on their own, noise cancelling mode takes it a step further by utilizing those two microphones, and it grabs noise from the outside world and basically almost mutes it. This way is nothing but you and your music, and I cannot stress it enough. It really does a great job.
Noise canceling on.
And it kind of feels like one of those padded rooms that make people go crazy because it's too silent. That's kind of the best way I can describe it. If you don't have any music playing, it's gonna feel a little awkward in your body. And when music is playing with NC enabled, it sounds amazing. The bass hits when it needs to, but it isn't overdone or muddy. I think we can all agree that deep bass doesn't equal great sound. The audio that comes out of these cans is very balanced. Vocals are clear. Now the only thing is that its peak volume isn't as loud as I've heard in some other headphones, but at the same time it doesn't really need to be because noise cancelling mode cancels out so much of the outside world. It doesn't need to be that loud for you to enjoy your music. I guess I was used to like listening to really loud music with some other headphones, but with these it was just right even at the highest volume. There was no ear fatigue of any sort or strain when listening to these headphones for a long period of time. I would say if you are looking for some bass heavy headphones, these are not the ones. Instead, I would actually recommend the Sony MDR 950 BT. I'll go ahead and drop a link to those down below in the description. And those headphones, when that bass drops, your ears vibrate. Also, something else I wanted to mention is that these do bleed audio quite a bit. So if you are going to be listening to music at high volumes, try to be considerate of those who are around you, especially in a public setting, as it might be annoying to them. Now, my closing complaint is how expensive these are. $400 price tag is going to be hard for a lot of people to justify, and at face value, that is a lot. But when you actually kick back and you see the amount of technology that comes with these headphones, the great sound that it puts out, the great battery it offers, then it kind of starts to make sense depending on how serious you are about music and how much of a tech enthusiast you are. If any of you guys are interested in these headphones, as always, I'll go ahead and drop a link to these down below in the description, as well as those bass heavy headphones that I mentioned earlier. And I would love to know, what are your thoughts on the Sony MDR 1000Xs? Do you think that they're worth it? Would you spend this much? Do you think it's the best headphones money can buy? Let me know, drop those comments. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe for some awesome tech videos. Show me some love by pressing that like button. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.